Every year, thousands of middle-aged white women face agonizing uncertainty when healthcare providers are unable to diagnose the cause for their crabby, argumentative, and often unwaveringly racist symptoms. These women flagrantly go on to conduct themselves as problematic members of society. Unbeknownst to them, the magnitude of aggravation that their condition has on their communities or the general public. Today, we'll be discussing the condition known as Kanispeaktoyourmanageritis, or Karen as it has come to be syncopated. Episodes of Karen may occur rarely or multiple times a year, depending on the case's severity. While most people will experience some mild symptoms, such as berating retail and hospitality employees, some may experience more severe, problematic episodes, usually endangering the lives of people of color. But I'm here to tell you today that there is hope. The Undiagnosed Karen Association, UKA, is a research study backed by the National Institute of Fucking Just Stop, which seeks to provide assistance for patients, families, and communities affected by Karen. Treatment is usually lifelong and often involves a combination of not taking a harmless, manageable situation too seriously and not being a racist twat. Please watch the following nyzadam video to learn more.
Hello world, and thank you for watching this especially relevant video on undiagnosed Karens. A little further into this video, we'll go into detail as to what the symptoms of Karen are, how to test for it, and what treatment options are available should you or a loved one be diagnosed with Karen. But before that, let's talk about the viral incident that occurred this week involving a man by the name of Christian Cooper and a woman with an obviously severe case of Karen.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
I'm sorry, I'm in the ramble, and there is a man, African-American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog. There is an African-American man, I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately. I'm in Central Park in the ramble. I don't know.
Thank you.
Now, before the Karen and the Karen enablers are like, this video's incomplete, we don't know the full story, it's taken out of context. Yeah, you're right. It is not, well, first of all, it's not taken out of context, but yeah, it is incomplete. But you know what? That's not the point. The context of outrage is not rooted in her fear, but instead in her acknowledgement and her awareness of the power she possesses as a white woman calling the police on a black man. She makes it a point to threaten Christian by calling the police on an African American. Had this man not been filming, we don't know how this story would have ended. And in today's sociological climate, that's the sad part. Like the unfortunate death of George Floyd at the hands of those 4 police officers in Minneapolis. And that's why it's super important to diagnose Karen at the source at the earliest stage possible, so you can nip that shit in the bud and still have a chance. So for the sake of flattening the Karen curve, here are some symptoms that indicate that you may be functioning somewhere along the Karen spectrum. Number 1, you exhibit aggressively entitled behavior when you're obstructed from getting your way. We've all seen those cases of Karen, right? At the supermarket, at Starbucks, at a restaurant, running rampant. Very common case. Number 2, the white portion of your French tip acrylic is fucking too big. Okay? I don't know how to describe it. They look like teeth, right? You're walking around with teeth on your fingertips. Number 3, you have absolutely no issue deciphering this line of gibberish. Can I speak to your manager? Number 4, you call it a pocketbook. Number 5, you call your Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4 a truck, or any mid-size crossover for that sake. It's not a truck, okay? It's not. Sorry. Number 6, you post questionable anti-vax articles on your Facebook. Fucking all those things are questionable. Number 7, you have a Facebook. Number 8, you call them Spanish people. Number 9, you call them Orientals. Number 10, you're angered by this photo. Number 11, you're scared of this photo. Number 12, you have one of these hairstyles. Anyone, pick and choose. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Number 13, you're walking with your nose peeking off your mask. Number 14, you're not wearing a mask. Number 15, you like a good open front cardigan. Soft spun or woven, or knitted, doesn't matter. You wear all of them. Number 16, you wear this sneaker, okay? Or any color variation of said sneaker. Number 17, you cross the street when you see a group of black people, but you defend your actions by saying, I cross the street whenever I see a group of men. No, you don't, Karen. Okay, if you saw Tanner, Jake, and Wyatt standing outside the bodega, you know you'd prop up your little Michael Kors bag and strut your little ass down that same sidewalk block. Number 18, this is actually one of my favorite ones. You refer to people as ethnic or exotic. Exotic, like they're fucking fruit from Santa Prisca. Number 19, you say those people. Yeah, you know who you are. Number 20, you love phrases like the good old days and wouldn't you have liked to live in a time where, I don't know, the person you're talking to couldn't vote, own property, or sit in the same table as you in a restaurant? And finally, you pretend like racism isn't the abuse of power and privilege, and defend murderers with statements like, well, he wasn't cooperating, and supplement your stupidity with, well, you know, if I get pulled over, I fully cooperate and I listen to everything the nice police officer has to say. No, you wouldn't, Karen. If you got pulled over, you would utilize every privileged bone in your body and demand to speak to that ranking officer's lieutenant, captain, deputy police, chief of police, until you got to the fucking president. Why? Because you're Karen and you can. And that's fucking it. It is what it is. And those, ladies and gentlemen, are your symptoms of Karen. If you're fortunate enough to have the money to pay for it, I would actually suggest getting an EKG done, which is an electrocariogram, and that'll basically dynamically tell you what level spectrum, or what level you are on the spectrum of Karen, automatically. So technology's insane, and what a time to be alive, am I right? If you like my content, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and spread the love, people. Nothing but love. Peace.